geometric shapes like rows and circles and boxes, rectangles. And we can use that for making fun games, little games. Like for example, a game that I saw using this was Snake. But actually, Snake was built using an even simpler module called Curses, which I was looking at with the previous student, Adam.
All right.
But the problem with Curses is that it's not built for Windows, so it was a bit outdated to import. So we're going to try this, and also there's a nice tutorial, so it'll be a bit more fun.
All right.
Okay, so this is 2.4 of the tutorial, and it says graphics. To fully introduce graphics would involve many ideas that would be a distraction. This section introduces a simple graphics module developed by John Zella for use with his Python programming book. My slight elaboration of his package is graphics.py in the example programs. Warning: the file graphics.py in the same folder, you will need it in the same folder as any graphics program. Be sure to save any graphics program you write in such folder, like my examples folder. Easiest way to ensure this is to start in the desired folder, as discussed in starting idle for editing. So let's see if we can download his examples. Maybe, where would it be? Okay, you found it?
Yeah.
Oh, where did you find it?
I went just to the base site. Arrow veg. Just
Oh, nice.
I went to
This one? Oh, yes. Yep, I think I got that as well through a different, I got it from this part, 1.2.2 folder for my examples. Okay, so in this zip file, all of this stuff, let's extract this to, some folder called examples, for example. For example. Then we'll open it as a directory in VS Code. That way VS Code will set it as the active directory. Open folder. Select folder. Warning: to work on most systems, this version of graphics.py cannot be used from the idle shell. There is an issue with the use of multiple threads of execution. Okay. Yeah, because when we run Python from the shell, the interactive shell, the terminal is actually the parent of all of our subthreads, which can be a problem for multi-threaded Python code. So multi-threaded means that our script generates sub-processes. A sub-process is its own like slot in the operating system list of programs that are executing.
Right.
So if Python is asking for its own slot, when the father or the parent is the terminal, then there can be an issue, and we can always investigate that by opening the task manager and seeing, oh, okay, yeah. So if I'm in PowerShell, for example, and I run Python, I can see that in the details, there should be a Python running. Then if I right click it and go to, do I do this? Properties is not going to work, but analyze weight chain. Weight chain. I'm not sure actually how. Usually, I'm not sure. I thought there was a way to. Yeah, maybe you can't do it with Task Manager. We need the Process Manager by System Internals. There's a sys internal suite by. Oh no, it's called sys internal suite, and it does. Oh, it's by Bryce Cogswell and Mark Rustanovich. It has been adopted by those. And it has a tool called Process Explorer that lets you trace the progeny of any one process. So you can actually see which process generated which other process, and also which process whose father and mother or whatever are. Yeah. It's a very useful tool set. Okay. Maybe I will back it to my F5. Okay, so now going back to the tutorial. Okay, 2.4.1, a graphics introduction. You will just be a user of the Graphics.py code, so you do not need to understand the inner workings. It uses all sorts of features in Python that are way beyond these tutorials. There's no particular need to open Graphics.py in the idle editor. Load into idle and start running example graph intro steps.py. So let's see if we can find this example file.
Okay.
Yes. So let's take a look at graphics.py just because he told us not to. Because when somebody tells you not to do something like that so emphatically, it sort of provokes suspicion. So it has all these different versions. It seems the last time he updated it was 2011. Yeah, defines a lot of functions like circle, which is based on a point and an oval. It defines lines, which is based on the box. And it defines polygons. It's cool. It's fun. Okay. Let me close this sidebar. Okay. So if we run this, what will happen? Does it run successfully? Here's run successful. Why does not know what Python is? Still it doesn't know. Python is not recognized. Okay, diagnose the problem. Would have thought adding it to environment would have. Okay, so this is, by the way, the process explorer that I mentioned. So you can see actually the progeny of processes. So when initialization generated services which generated SVC. Also, let's see, is Python running still? Did I quit Python? Yeah. So you can see here Python is running, and its parent is PowerShell. So sometimes when you run multiple threads under another thread, then the operating system could throttle the subthreads because it sees them all as one thread rather than multiple independent threads. So it's kind of like if you come with a group of friends to a restaurant, then they might treat you all as one table rather than giving you each single seats and getting you service back. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Maybe I need to restart. That's probably why. I need to restart VS Code. Because I added the Python to my... I added Python to my path, and then... Okay, what's happening now? And then I didn't restart VS Code. I don't need to restart the computer, I guess. Starting VS Code should be enough. Let me try running this now. Okay, let's keep reading. It says, please return from graphics import star. So we're supposed to input this? I don't understand. Each time you press return, you see the lines displayed, the same lines executed.
Wait, no.
I'm in the output window. You ran it in the terminal, right? Okay, so I need to stop the code run and just copy this into the PowerShell terminal. Oh, no module named Graphics. How did you... Oh, Let's see what command your... I see. Neat. No module named graphics, so module not found error. You need in the same folder. This is like a Windows versus Mac difference, I guess. Okay, so Maybe I need to not. Hmm. Okay. So let me just search this. How to fix this on Windows. Dot Windows. Should be there. I don't understand. So I'm in the directory called examples. It has this graphics.py actually. Site packages maybe. Let me see. I have some problem here.
You're in.
Yeah, I am in the examples directory, but Python path. Oh, maybe my could I see your let's see what your environment variables are. Where? Yeah, okay. Maybe I need. But I'm not using any of those things now, so it would be surprising if that was the reason. Oops. It's interesting that, oh right, it runs this input line and then it tries in graphics from graphics import star.
You just try running.
Okay. Wait, graphics intro? Or is it graph intro?
Graphic.
Oh, graph intro. Okay, without the steps. No, yeah, also no module name. Maybe I need to do this. So what's the directory called again? Yeah. But this is the home directory, I guess. I meant in Windows home directory. Okay, so let me just try this and see if it works. Does anything differently? It executes this, I guess. Wait. This is not supposed to be there. Fine. Now it doesn't.
Graphics.py.
Oh wait. Actually, it did work because it says when it went into this, it didn't like something. Import tk enter stk. And then it didn't know what that was. It didn't know what tk enter was. Is that
Graphics.py.
tk enter is a? No, but
No,
the
I know,
module is not, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I need to install that module. It's possible. So let me see. Where.exe, pip.exe. Okay. Again. Okay, it knows about that. Pip update. Run. Do I need to be? Pip install module. Pip-m. Python-m pip install this thing is called tkinter, and it says no module named pip. No module named install. No module. Great. Okay, so pip install. Nothing works. Maybe I didn't install it. Even though it's there, didn't install maybe. Installing collected packages, pip, setup tools, wheel. Even though I had all of these already, it's telling me it's setting those. Let me. Okay, so maybe you can try continuing. Help me. Usual. This computer. The thing is, this is not my computer, so it doesn't have my environment. So every time I'm restarting from scratch in a way. Okay, so it prints this out and then it adds a window and one by one. Okay, let's read this. So zealous graphics are not part of the Python distribution. For the Python interpreter to find zealous module, it must be imported. The first line above makes all the types of object of zealous module accessible as if they were already defined, like built-in types, string or list. Look around on your screen and possibly underneath other windows, there should be a new window called the graphics window, which Ray does have. Install setup tools. Setup tools. Okay. The graphics are created. Bring it to the top and preferably drag it around to make it visible beside your shell. Graph win is a type of object from Zella's package that automatically displays a window when it is created. The assignment statement remembers the window object as win for future reference. This will be our standard name for our graphics window object. A small window, 200 by 200 pixels, is created. A pixel is the smallest unit that can be displayed on your screen. A modern screen usually has more than 1,000 across the screen. Yeah, our resolution is available in the. Okay. Mine is 1366 by 768, which is the highest that it can go actually. And yours is 1920 by 1080. Yeah, so that's full HD, like 4K. Okay, so is it 1K?
Not sure. It is
21. That's 1K. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Right. Okay. I don't have a actual 4K monitor or graphics card, so I just hear about it and see it when I go to Maple. Okay. So if we press return, it shows PT equals 100, 50. This creates a point object and assigns it the name PT. Unlike when a graph win is created, nothing is immediately displayed. In theory, you could have more than one graph win. Zella designed the graphics module so you must tell Python into which graph win to draw the point. A point object, like each of the graphical objects that can be drawn on a graph win, has a method called draw. Oh, here. So the upshot of this is that 0, 0 is in the top left, I believe, which is similar to Java. Yeah. So it's not like 0, 0 is in the middle of the screen and then this is like negative. Right, or yeah. Yeah, that might be even more intuitive. Bottom left is 0. Yeah. And then that would make the entire screen positive. Instead, this is 0, 0, which means everything down here is negative y, which is strange. Yeah, and then this is positive x. The whole screen is negative y. Wait, is that right? The first coordinate is the horizontal, measured from left to right. The second vertical increases going down. No, sorry.
Positive.
So it is positive, but it's increasing going down. Yeah. Yes, it's flipped. Yeah. Okay. So the first, and then if we press return, it draws a circle. It draws a circle in the win. So it creates a circle object, and then it centers it at the point that we created previously. And it gives it a radius of 25. So the way that it's drawn is that draw is actually a method of the object. So we ask the shape to draw itself rather than asking the window to draw the object.
Okay.
So that's one piece of intuition. And then if we press return, it changes its outline to red and it changes its fill to blue. And then if we press return, creates a line object and then asks that line to draw itself. And the line goes from one point to another point. And it needs either a point object or an implicit, not implicit, a inline declaration. So let me just see, can I get it going now, or I haven't really changed anything. I guess it won't work. Oh, right, it's window. Yeah.
Wait, does it put the output?
Yes, I believe so. Oh, really? I think we have different extensions. What extensions do you have?
stuff that you had. Python.
Right. Oh, you have Python for VS Code installed? Don't have it. So if you go here and just list the installed ones, not in the three dots, go installed, and then just type Python. So you have Magic Python and you have VS Code.
Mention is
Python select interpreter.
also the extensions that I have.
So build workspace symbols, clear module analysis, configure tests, continue, enable linting, stop. Build workspace symbols. Let me try that. Workspace symbol not found. Factor clear module analysis cache. Please reload. Okay, I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this, but I guess I can't do it. So while we're learning, so maybe you can keep reading it. Just read it out loud, and then I'll try to troubleshoot it while you're reading it. So okay, let me just read this part. A line is constructed. Yes. Warning in Python 150 100 is a tuple, not a point. To make a point, you must use the full constructor. Points, not tuples, must be used in the constructor for all graphic objects. Yeah, I meant points. So Python, so this is a tuple. So when you construct a line, you should pass it to point objects rather than a tuple. We could actually modify the code so that it would accept tuples, probably, but all right.
Angle is also specified by 2 points. Diagonal opposite. Shows rectangle. Simple and horizontal polygon for all more general straight-sided. You can move objects around graphical. Shortly, parameters to the move method are the amount, shifts, the x and y coordinates. If you can right, remember that y. Take your last look at the graphics. Make sure that all the steps make sense. Then destroy the window with the graph win method closed. The example program graphintro.py starts with the same graphics code as graphintro.py, but without the need for pressing buttons. In addition, I have made to Zell's package is the ability to print a string value of graphics objects for debugging purposes. Some graphics object isn't visible because it is underneath something else of it is underneath something else of off the screen. Temporarily adding this sort of output might be a good reality check. At the end of GraphIntro.py, I added print lines to illustrate the debugging possibilities. Print serve print line. We can load GraphIntro.py into idle and add further lines to explain. Of course, you will not see their effect until you run the program. Fortunately, graphics do not work when entered directly into the point 2. Sample graphics. GraphIntro.py. Prompt to end the graphics program appeared in the shell window, requiring you to take two windows. Instead, consider a very simple example program, Face.py, where all the action takes place in the graphics. The only interaction is to click the mouse to close the graphics windows. Have a folder window open. The Python examples folder contains Face.py, where your system setup may allow you to just double click on the icon for Face.py to run. If that does not work on your system, always work on
Hey Pat. Hey Pat. Package resources, maybe?
the picture, click with the mouse inside the picture as requested. You have run the program, you examine the program in idle. The program is shown first. Smaller pieces of it are discussed later. Setup code from graphics import. Immediately after the graphics allow easy access to the Graphics.py. First line shows the more constructing in graph window title plus width and height in picture. The second line shows how to turn the coordinate system right side up to the y coordinate, increases up. The y up method. This is one of my favorite additions to Excel's graphics. Thereafter, all coordinates are given in the view coordinate system. All lines of code up to this point program standard graphics program starting line, other than the specific values for the title and dimension. You will likely start your program with similar code and circle point. Set for lines above create two circles, each case specifying the same correctly. They are filled in and made visible. Also note that because the earlier went up called put the coordinates in normal orientation, y coordinates 5 are above the middle of the 150 I window. The code was switched put the head part second, the I would the most recent thing from our code above and blazing line set with set list.
Number now available. None of the, well, the modules are not available, I guess. Maybe I can install it. Last time I tried to install it, it required admin privileges, which I'm not able to claim. So, but look at that. Jeez. So if I try to just install it on my F drive, does it allow me to? No, it still requires TCL. Maybe this is what's actually causing. Yes, that's it. So let me cancel this. It was the launcher actually that creates the permissions rate rising elevation. Download debugging. Oh yeah, not for all users. Okay. Yes.
Approval or list. There are several ways in which it can be specified. I chose to have you specify the corners of bounding bar that is as high and as wide as the. This rectangle is only imagined. Actually, want to see such rectangle, big rectangle object. Put it above object. Place text and parameters. Structured text objects are the point and of the text string. The exact coordinates for the parts were determined by the number of trial and error confinements of the program. The advantage of graphics is that you can see the results of your program, make changes, like this. In this simple system, there is not a good way to predict dimension text. Final action is to have the user signal to close the window. Just as with the waiting for keyboard input from input, it is important to prompt the user before waiting for a response. Graph winning, that means prompt must be made the text object displayed explicitly for the response.
A lot of typos in this. Maybe we can see, does he have a GitHub? Okay, I'll keep reading now. Message equals text point and then width divided by 2. Click anywhere so it creates a point and then it tells the text to draw at that point, start at that point. And then it tells that message to draw itself, and then it tells the window to get the mouse location and then close. So get mouse basically waits for a click, I guess.
Yeah.
The new addition to the text parameters here is the win.getWidth method to obtain the window width. There is also a win.getHeight method. Using win.getWidth divided by 2 means the horizontal position is set up to be centered halfway across the window's width. After the first 2 lines draw the prompting text, the line win.getMouse waits for a mouse click. In this program, the position of the mouse click is not important. In the next example, the position of this click will be used. As you have seen before, win.close closes the graphics too. While our earlier text-based Python programs have automatically terminated after the last line finishes executing, that is not true for programs that create new windows. the graphics window must be explicitly closed. The win.close method is necessary in that case. We will generally want to prompt the user to finally close the graphics window. Because such a sequence is so common, I have added another method for Xella's GraphWin objects called prompt close. So the last 4 lines can be reduced to win.prompt close, and then we provide the horizontal point and 20. What does 20 refer to? Probably the text size, right? The font size, font base. That looks like 20 size font to me. Maybe. Disable path length method. I cannot do that. Okay, so now if I try this, it may still not work because probably actually let me check my environment variables now because I just installed Python, so it might so I probably should delete this and delete this, then copy this, change this to this, and that to home at the wait, I just deleted these. Let's double check that it actually registered. That looks good. Okay. So now I believe will work. Okay. The only specific data needed is the coordinates of the center of the prompt. The modified program is in face2.py. You can copy the form this program for other simple programs that just draw a picture. The size and title on the window will change, as well as the specific graphical objects, positions, and colors. Something like the last line can be used to terminate the program. Warning: if you write a program with a bug and the program bombs out while there is a graph win on the screen, a dead graph win lingers in the memory or the list of processes. And then the best way to clean things up is make sure the shell window be the current window. Or make the shell window be the current window and select restart shell. So probably in Windows, we can either use the process manager tool, or we can use the task manager to sniff out any lingering Python threads and just force kill them. Yeah, actually, there's a module in PowerShell called get process, and then you ask it to search for a process called Python, and it will return that, and then you can actually pass that along to kill process. I think it's called terminate. I forgot. Debug process, exit process, stop process. I think it's called stop process. There we go. Then I'm gonna say no in this case. Okay, so we start this thing. Now it's gonna run in the output terminal. But do it then. Yes, again. Okay, so I think it's working now. So somewhere it's drawing something, maybe. This, this is it. Yeah. It's called. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna run Process Manager just to see what process tree like. One of them. Process Explorer. Process Explorer doesn't require admin privileges, but Process On does require. Okay. So one of the cool things about Process Explorer is this functionality, which is it has this little crosshairs. So you see this tool right here.
Yeah.
If you drag it to the window that you want to investigate, it actually identifies it.
So where is
It's called Process Explorer or Proc Explorer. If you add the system internals directory to your path, then you can start it from the. Yeah, that's it. You can do either one. So yeah, you can use this little crosshairs to point at the process that you want to investigate. Yeah. You have to drag it to the, and it points it out. So this is cool when you have some crazy pop-up that doesn't tell you its name. Like I've had that, like when I start my computer, I'll get some blank window, and I'm like, what is this window? Like what generated it? And then you can use this and go over to find out who created it, what its executable is. You can even send it to VirusTotal and scan it for virus. Scan the
VirusTotal?
Yeah. And then it has more detailed tabs, process tabs. Okay, so that's cool. It seems to be working out. And then if I press enter now,
So what happened?
It was because I didn't have the TCL/TK library installed, because I installed Python using the zip file because I'm running everything off of this USB drive. And I'm trying to be as portable as possible, but I didn't realize that when you set up your Python environment that way, that it doesn't come with that TCK module. Because I guess TCK is considered an add-on for idle, and I don't have idle when I just download the binary in the zip file. So now I have it anyway, and it does each of these things. It drew a little line, a 45-degree line. Then it draws a rectangle and moves the line, and then it closed the window. Cool. Then it closed. Very cool. All right, awesome. So maybe we'll finish. Try running through this tutorial at home, and then we'll talk about it. So like you don't have to run. You don't have to read everything, just try running all of the examples that he
Yeah.
suggests and see if you get any problems. And that way we'll develop a sense for what's available,
Alright.
what we can do. How is your Python in school going?
It's probably that's and
Yeah.
so
Okay, cool.
that's all the exercises for the
Yeah. So it's doing date calculations, I guess. Looks like.
calendar.
Nice. Yep. Ah, neat. And then it
Displays
prints the calendar.
days.
Oh, so Python itself has
Python has
yes. So you can just directly tell it to print the month object, and it formats it like this. Nice. Okay, cool. Because if you had to figure out how to do this, it might be a bit tricky. Not that long. Yeah.
you have to know calculate like days.
Yeah, but usually these kind of terminal programs have a table formatting function. So you just tell the function how many columns there are, and then enter the data for each cell, each row, and then it figures out that it needs to space it like whatever.
It's just like
Yeah, the sleeper. Yeah, sleeps for 1 second, and then it prints the next decrements. And are those half seconds between the VLAST? 0.3, got it. Yeah, cool.
He also created the game.
Oh, what is NIM?
Like so try not to be the last one to the.
Oh, right.
But then we don't need it. So more or less.
Have you seen the two-dimensional version where you choose a corner and then okay, what happens? It munches like all the how does it work? I think it munches like the entire rectangle, like down from where you. And then the goal is to not be the last one, the one who takes the last bite.
Okay.
So what is the algorithm to win that game actually?
I
Okay.
think it's
It's called NIM. Yeah.
Or if you take away some as many from each row.
They're 2D. I think it has another name maybe also.
Possibly.
Yeah, I found the solution to this, and it was very strange. Sorry, it wasn't the solution. There was a proof that there is an optimal strategy, but it didn't provide that optimal strategy. It just said that there was one, and it was basically like if we assume that the person who goes first can win, then it was something very strange. It was like if we assume the person who goes first can win, and the computer always plays perfectly, then that implies that the computer can win if it goes first. Therefore, there is a strategy.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Oh, nice. Cool. Okay, yeah, so I'll post this URL, and we left off at face, was it? Balloons. Yes, right here.
Balloons. Two.
Okay. I'll just copy this line then, and I'll say so for HW, please read the rest of the graphics tutorial from dot, and then it's in this here. So let me just see, maybe not the whole tutorial, but just the rest of this page.
Yeah.
Because the whole tutorial, the whole, okay. The whole page is graphics, okay. Yeah, just graphics. Okay, great, and I'll see you next week. All right.